Have you ever felt like you're down to your very last bit of hope, like you've given everything you have, and there's just nothing left? Today we're diving into a powerful story about a woman who was in that exact situation, a story of incredible faith and a miracle that defied all logic. This is the story of the widow of Zarephath. Imagine this. A severe famine has gripped the land. There's no rain, crops have failed, and people are desperate. In the midst of this crisis, God sends the prophet Elijah to a town called Zarephath, but he doesn't send him to a wealthy merchant or a powerful leader. He sends him to a poor widow. When Elijah finds her, she's gathering a few sticks. He asks her for a drink of water, and then he makes an astonishing request. "Please, bring me a piece of bread." Her reply is heartbreaking. She tells him she has nothing baked, only a handful of flour in a jar and a little olive oil in a jug. She was gathering those sticks to make one final, tiny meal for herself and her son, and then they would wait to die. Can you imagine her despair? She's at the absolute end of her rope. But then, Elijah says something that must have sounded crazy. He tells her not to be afraid. First make a small loaf of bread for him, then make something for herself and her son. He follows this with an incredible promise from God. The jar of flour will not be used up, and the jug of oil will not run dry until the day the Lord sends rain on the land. Think about the choice she had to make. Logic and fear told her to keep what little she had, but faith called her to do something radical. She had to choose between her last certain meal and a promise from a stranger. In an act of profound trust, she did exactly as Elijah asked. She took her last bit of flour and oil and fed the prophet first, and the miracle happened. Just as Elijah had promised, her jar of flour never emptied, and her jug of oil never ran dry. Day after day, she had enough to feed herself, her son, and Elijah, all through the rest of the famine. Her small act of obedience and faith unlocked a continuous flow of God's provision. This story isn't just about ancient history. It's a timeless lesson for all of us. It teaches us that even when we feel we have nothing left, a small act of faith can open the door to unimaginable blessings. It shows that God often works through the most unexpected people and in the most desperate situations. When we choose to trust, even when it doesn't make sense, we position ourselves to witness a miracle. Thanks so much for watching with me today. If this story touched your heart, please give this video a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next one. See you soon.